Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
To ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
Yes, this is what I'm here for.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Alright, so we're going to have to go and do the mission Light a Spark now to start getting things going. Wait for it to pop up on our mini-map here. There we go. Alright, so in the background there, what you could see me doing was using the game's profiler, which is where you can highlight some NPCs and find out what skills they can offer, or in this case with this man here, there's a death wish may die permanently, so they're not all benefits. You will sometimes get some drawbacks, and there are some really funny ones that we'll check out as we go along. The one that I decided to save to my team, the reason I did it is because she has a uniformed access. Now in this game you can very Hitman-esque disguise yourself for certain areas like hospitals, police stations, construction sites, things like that, with the right characters, and you can waltz about. As long as you don't get too close to some of the guards and things, you can walk around these areas and makes infiltrating a lot easier. So we'll keep her in mind for later. So what you'll notice if I go to my team tab, she's now listed in there as a potential recruit. So we can go and recruit her through some missions later on. But right now we're going to grab a vehicle and get on with the tasks that have been set. Now taking vehicles in this game, I can steal them from people. The better way to do it though is to find a vehicle that has a little symbol on the windscreen, meaning it's being driven automatically. Let's go see if we can find one just now. This taxi is a perfect example. You'll see the symbol in the window means it's been driven automatically, there's no one in it, which means that I can enter it with no legal repercussions. People just assume it's mine. And off we go. So look for cars when you're taking them that don't have people in them to begin with when they're driving around. You want to avoid getting a chase on the go here. And what we'll do, since we've got quite a bit of distance to go, is I'll catch up with you guys when we arrive on scene. Alright, so we're just around the corner now from where we want to be for this first mission. We're going to pull up and see what we need to do here. Now, I believe where this is located, we can actually drive the car into this little back parking lot area. And we'll just dump it in this space here, because why not? Alright, so a lot of objectives in this game will require you to get to harder to reach areas, usually higher up. So a couple of options in this instance that we can use is we can get a van close enough to this roof and then try and sort of parkour or climb our way up. Or on the other side, we seem to have a scissor lift, which are really, really useful to hack and get you up there nice and quickly. So we can either take control of these things and actually drive them around, or we can just highlight the panel and just have it lift us up. Now the audio sometimes glitches on these chair lifts. If it starts going mental, don't be surprised. Alright, we're now up on the next level. These orange pipes, you can climb up these, which kind of help to get to higher areas, and we're going to find our first tech point out in the wild. Now they look like this little square box here. We can pick these up. Each one's worth 10 tech points, so we'll go back into the tree and I'll show you what I'm going to save up for first. Again, I could jump in straight and buy the AR cloak. I'm not going to do that, however. I'm going to save up for the upgrades on the tech tree for the pistol. You can see when you highlight some of these skill points, the spider bot's the same. They've got a couple of little arrows on their icon, meaning they've got a few upgrades for them. Now the one we want is to add a silencer for stealth attacks. Now the weapons that you see on this upgrade page can be given to any operative in your team, no matter what kind of person they are or what other skills they've already got. Anyone can use any of these abilities on this page, which means that we can effectively give any operative a silent ranged weapon, which is a really, really useful thing to have. So we're going to save up from that right from the get-go. We're going to press on here and see what we have to do on the other side. Again, the free running here is nice and fluid and fun. Oop.
It compromises your security and the security of London.
Alright, let's activate this little terminal thing here. So it looks like we're clearing up some objectives to try and free this borough from a bit of Albion oppression. Getting rid of some propaganda in this instance. Replace it with our own.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
You need to steal information about Albion's plans. That'll give us what we need to really put the hurt on their operations.
Alright, so we need to go and acquire Albion operations data. Let's activate our map. Where we need to go. And we'll head out this front entrance here. I'm going to cheat and go the wrong way just to save a little bit of time here. The game will try and get you to follow the correct route of traffic, but you can always cut out some corners and get there a little quicker. And as before, since we've got a little bit of a drive, I'll catch you guys there. Alright, we've arrived on scene to where we want to be. Gonna head in and see what Bagley or Sabine have got to tell us about this location. Again, we've got a scissor lift here. I'm going to make use of that to get onto a higher level. So the game's just filling us in here about restricted access to areas, so you can scan around, jump through the cameras like you could in the old Watch Dogs games, mark all the enemies, and then try and sneak your way in. Or if you really wanted, you can, you know, kick in the front door and start shooting.
Base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Albion has taken over the courts. London's justice system is broken. They can arrest anyone and send them to jail as they please.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Alright, so here we've got a side activity, which is our paste-ups, which is kind of like a large sort of graffiti type thing. The game will pop up and tell you a bit more about it here. It'll give you a little bit of XP sort of boost. You sometimes get some money from doing this as well. Is always helpful. The game uses a cryptocurrency as its main sort of money source, which it calls ETO. So you see that flash up on the screen. That's what that means. It's your currency that you can use.
Let your cameras get a picture of this.
There we go. Nice bit of artwork of our own. There we go. We've made a wee bit of ETO from doing that. Some money we can spend later. We're going to crouch down for some stealth. Hug this wall. Start doing a bit of camera jumping now. Up on top of this box, it's prompting me to hack something. This is another little sort of like a hard drive with more crypto on it. So we're going to hack this for a little bit more money. You can find these hidden all around the world. We're going to scan around. Enemies will sometimes come up red when you do this. There should be a few dotted around. We can also jump between different cameras. See if we can spot anyone else. There's a nice good angle up here to see the whole courtyard. Scanning again. Two more there. Now I'm not seeing any more immediately. We're going to hop back in. We'll start making our way through to our objective. Now the issue we've got, our objective is in a room here, which is currently behind a locked access door. If you highlight the door, you can then follow the line to where the terminal is that will open it. And you can see it's down below me down there. And now we're going to have our first good use of our spider bot and why I like to unlock it pretty early on. One of the reasons anyway. Grab this ammo to refill. Find a spot that's fairly hidden. Out goes the spider bot. Time this well so the enemy doesn't see it. Land where we want to be, right underneath the terminal, which can be accessed either by the spider bot or by your character, which is really handy. And then you can just zip back to your character, hold down the button for the spider bot to recover it. Or if you want, you can, you know, drive it all the way up the stairs, which is a bit more tricky. It's certainly possible. We're going to creep round here. Arm this trap. Don't seem to be able to attract the enemy to it at the minute. That's okay. Their pathing might bring them to it. We'll just open this door. I'll leave the trap active just now in case that enemy comes back, but for now we're all in the goods. Take what we need from here. we can probably get out of here without any casualties, so I'll just cease that trap.
What do we have,
Back on the
Bagley?
lift.
A list of what Albion consider
Down we go.
high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful.
That's the
running of
audio
London.
glitch.
See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
Good God, bar your
What the
doors.
hell?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards. Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done.
Alright, I'm driving us around here so that we can
We're already
get...
seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
I need the coordinates.
What's the point of risking your neck out there if you don't get any credit for it? Pay stubs let the people of London know that DedSec is back, and the increased visibility might even encourage some of them to donate to the cause.
Alright, so the reason I came around here, if you look on the minimap, you can see the little green symbol for tech points. They're actually on top of a little ledge here, which is another great use of our spider bot. So again, we could drive a vehicle in here and try and climb on the roof, which might be a bit tricky. So I'm just going to launch out the spider bot. And we've nabbed it. Come back out, recover the spider bot again. I also marked this police officer again. The uniformed access, they can be great for getting into restricted areas and kind of sneaking about. As long as you kind of watch your distance from guards, we can kind of pretend we belong there, shall we say. So we'll be recruiting a police officer a bit later on in the playthrough. For now, back to the vehicle. Let's see what we've got to do next. Let's go meet with our DedSec informant. Once again, since we've got a bit of a drive ahead of us, I will jump to it, and I'll see you guys when we arrive. Alright, we're on scene. Let's see what this man has to say to it. Our informant.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
I heard you need some help. What's the problem?
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion? Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
We're doing what we must. If we stay complacent, soon Albion will be too established to remove. What's your intel?
Almost got clipped finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
Too right.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
That's our move then.
Alright, so looks like we're going to be sneaking into another building here. Wait to see if Sabina or Bagley give us any interesting intel. They might have a wee chat with us before we go in.
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King's Cross offline?
Albion's housed a massive hybrid-powered generator in there. Output must be immense. You cause a power surge in that beast and boom!
That sounds like classified information. How did you get your hands on it?
It cost me a news drone. Okay, maybe 3, but it's worth it if this comes off, right?
Alright, so that's going to do us for our episode here. Join us for the next one, and we carry on with liberating Camden.